Hi everybody, my name's Mufasa and I'm going to be enjoying the little sunshine that we're getting because we're going to get rain later on. So Mom's going to be sitting here and explaining all her cross-stitching stuff while I sit there and absorb the sun. Yep, here I am. Alright, so what have I been working on? A lot of stuff. I thought I would go through, let you know what I'm working on, update you on things. I'm not the kind of person who says 2025 I want to do this and finish it by the end. I've tried that so many times. I just get lost in my world and I cannot never commit to anything. Right now I am looming a bunch of NICU hats for the babies. I have a nice size box that's going to be going out. I'm slowly filling that up, and then I'm going to be doing some scarves and hats for the elderly around the corner. We have 2 elderly places, homes in our small town, so I'm going to do as much as I can for that. And then I wanted to start dedicating to this cross stitch. I recently started my biggest project I own, and that's this one. And I am working right here in this little mountain range, and I started doing a little bit of the black. And then I wanted to work on the white stuff down below. Well, me forgetting how painted cross stitch works, or stamped, whatever you want to call it. What I perceived as being lines, they use green lines, slashing this way and slashing that way. And you have to be careful of how you do it. And before I put this on my frame, I was asking Facebook, I was asking YouTube, and nobody had the answer. And finally somebody came on Facebook, one of my cross stitch things, and said, no, it doesn't matter if you have the cross stitch upside down. Well, to tell you the truth, it doesn't, as long as you know that the certain lines and certain symbols are going to look the same. They're just changed direction, and that I am so glad I stopped and looked. So as you can see here, I started this mountain range, and down here is the green lines. And it's going to be backwards for you and me, but there's different slash marks. So when I came to that particular number, I think I put it away already because I already made this video once. It called for a red rose type color, and I'm like, no, this isn't right. I don't get it. So what I did is I took it off its frame. It's like 5 foot long. And I took pictures of the key. What I found out is they have 2 different slash marks going different ways. So it does matter when it comes to that. And it may be weird when you go somewhere else in the pattern, so I'm glad I'm doing it the correct way as far as right side up. Let me show you. I need some coffee. Today we're having 46 degrees high. It's very windy. All the leaves are finally coming off the trees. And we're supposed to get rain here about 1 o'clock. So the sun's coming and going. So we have, which I thought, oops, come here, kid. Again, these are going to be backwards for you guys, but you'll understand what I'm saying here in a bit. And you probably are familiar with it, but just be careful. See number 31, how those slash marks go? And I will compare you. Where's number 31? To number 54. I thought it was 54, and it's not. That's a rose-colored one. So, I'm going to try to get this together as close as I can to each other. See these two? See how they go slashing different ways? So it does matter when it comes to that. I don't know what other kind of marks are going to be that way, but I have to be careful. There's a blue I see, so I might have another blue going the other way. So just be cautious of that. If you do a stamped kit, make sure you're doing it correct side up or look, because it made it seem like it's a good color when you're doing it, and then you went, oh, wait, that's a pond water, and it's gray, not blue, you know, kind of thing. So anyway, I thought I'd share that with you. I had to undo everything. This is gonna be the third time I put this up. I bought some clips, which I showed on my other video. These clips from Walmart. They're very handy. I can use it with one hand. Oh, you know what? I just realized that. Look at that. They move. They move out of the way too. That's cool. I think I probably knew that and I just wasn't paying attention. But that's easy to grip, and it's also good for your wrist. You can get some exercise in there. So those are perfect. Let's see, what else I've been up to? About 5'4". All right, I've been working on this little guy. Threads all over. This is Wonderful and Sublimed World. I think I got this at eBay. And I'm working on his coat. I did his scarf on the top right above the books, and I worked all the way down, including the books. So you'll see that in a minute. I'm finding myself, I don't like counted cross stitch much because I can't concentrate very well. I get confused. And then other days that are very clear, then I can come back and go, wait a minute, this doesn't make sense. So you have to kind of frog it or redo it. Or I've had some days to where I just throw away the canvas and find either donate the whole thing and have somebody else figure it out, or I throw away the whole material and then I find more, because I have drawers and drawers of Aida cloth everywhere. You know, I have 18, 28, 32, 11, and I don't know what else. Oh, 11 and 14. So I have a lot of Aida cloth over there. So anyway, did that one. This is going to be two horses with their necks, over each other. I don't have the picture unless you see the pattern, but you can kind of tell that that's the mane of one. There's a lot of half stitches going on. I'm okay with half stitches or full crosses. I did find a cross stitch pattern that I came across, and it asked for a 1/3 and a half or a 1/4 and a half and whatever it is. And I'm like, no, I'm not doing this poking in between, and it looks so stupid. What it was is a chickadee inside of a lantern, and it was really fall colors. And when I went to go do the half and the 1/3 or 1/4 or whatever it is, I thought it would look lame in there, even though overall it probably is going to look good, but I'm not going to deal with that. That's just too much stressful. And I have so many kits, like we all do. Time to move on. I'll do something else. And I don't know if it would make a difference if I substituted those halves for fulls or, what have you. So I just said forget it. Now, this one. I was debating whether I showed you, but I did in my last video that you didn't see. This is a Lighthouse. I've had it for 2 years now. Family friend wanted me to do it for them. They bought a frame for it. I was new to cross stitch, and then I realized this is going to take me a very long time how small it was. So they said, never mind, I don't want it. But they still have the frame, and I'm going to go visit them next year sometime, and I will pick up the frame. So since I'm back into cross stitching, I'm going to be making some good progress for it. I don't want to commit myself and say, hey, by the time I see him in July of next year, maybe I'll have it done and do it that way. I can never commit myself. So there you go. I have the whole sky across done. Down, down, down. I wanted to get that lighthouse done. Looks beautiful. I got the rocks working onto the water. Oh, something's in there. Here's my back. I've been learning how to be really good with the back. Some of these spots are much thinner because whenever I first started cross stitching, I was trying to cheat and use one strand and fold it in twice. That's not the way it goes, even though I knew different. I wanted to try to conserve the threads. It's like, why conserve? We got tons. And now I have buckets and bags and everything else. 3 huge 3-ring binders full of floss. I have, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of the little plastic bags full of floss. I have 4 of those plastic containers full. It's just ridiculous. So, yeah. But there you go. I think that's a very, very pretty, in case you were thinking about doing it. I don't know what count this is. I'm not going to sit there and count it for you. Yes, I am. 11. If it's 11 count, I should be using 3 strands, but it didn't call for that. It called for 2. So maybe it's a 9. I don't know. But they said however many squares inside of an inch. That's what I counted. So that's what the instructions are calling for. So yeah, it came out good. There's a light. It's the loop is right. The hoop is right on the light, but there's a window up there, and I put in my father's birthstone along with his wife's birthstone. And he's passed like 4 years ago. She's still living, but she's getting up there in age, so you know, that's the problem when you start doing them for family and friends. You got to figure out whether you can do them or not, and it's just very annoying to have a so-called commitment. So 14 count, 2 strands, that's what it is. And they said per inch, so each of those squares must not be an inch. You see what I'm saying? I just don't copy. I just do what they ask me to do. That's all. Gosh darn it. Have you ever sprayed bug spray in a room and then you accidentally inhale it and it's all that sharpness in your throat? That's what it feels like. I didn't spray any bug spray, but like pieces of dust or something. This I found on eBay. It was between this and I think a white tiger. I went ahead and I'm doing this, and I'm at the shoulder blade right below the head, starting on the leg. I've made many mistakes because this is multi-strand of different colors. And even though you can't tell, you won't be able to tell where I made mistakes. It still has lines and it looks like a tiger, so no big deal. But then you go to do a thread somewhere and you're like, but that's occupied by this, and maybe I'm off, and yeah, well, anyway. Here I am. That's the end of the page. That's why it's really, really straight like that. Yeah, really straight. That has a bump. But you can see where we're at right there, and I've done pretty good, and I'm pretty proud of myself because this is a very small cloth, and I have to have magnification for this. It is fun to work on. It's just a pain with all those double strands. I'd rather just take one strand and go, but I'm trying to work myself over to where the bamboo and get the straighter way, but I can only start a project in the middle. I can't do it on the edges. I don't understand how that works, and I don't want to take the chance that I've done it wrong. I did do a pillow that has a leopard in it, not my first one, out of a magazine, and it was a leopard laying on a branch, and I knew to do it long ways, but somewhere along the way I flipped the material off and it was short, barely had any room, but I turned it into a pillow. So this is for that. So what I wanted to try to do is start rotating new things in. Now I watch Lovecraft Forever, Natalia. She has inspired me to do this huge one because she is just like booking. I mean, I don't know how she has all this time to do it. I got a bunch of Ada right there. Let me put this up. My place is so crowded with my seat and everything else. I'm just tucked in here. It's pathetic. I like working on these small ones to get me motivated, and then I hop into a big one. Years ago, I advertised in our local electric company magazine for free, or I guess, yeah, free or donated cross stitch. And I didn't realize the response I was going to get. And over 2 years later, they were still coming in from California, Oregon, Washington, Nevada, and all the way from Alaska. And I was like, wow, I could not believe it. So this is one of the many ones that I've gotten donated to me. The only thing that I'm going to find hard is to do the lights or the words. But I think it's very beautiful. They started it. And I think I'm done with one jar so far. But I haven't worked on this in a minute. I don't know how we're going to get all 3 jars in there. Because if you look at this jar and then that jar, and you're not going to have enough room unless you do. Oh yeah, you know what? 1 jar, 2 jars. That's right. So I'm not sure which one this one is. Let me see, because it's got a candle in it. And it's got 3 little ones on the top. So yes, this is the middle one. All right, perfect. So the middle one, and then we're going to do one on either side. So that's another fun, inspirational one. And it says, what? Be a light to the world. So these are little things I want to work on in my downtime. Put the tiger away. I am rotating. I have a app on my phone. And I twirl it, and whatever it tells me to do, I do it. Ugh. I gotta blow my nose just a minute. Much better. This one. This one I saw on eBay. I knew that the instructions for the most part were going to be in Russia or Ukraine or whatever, but I had to have it because I restore Singer sewing machines. And this is called the Players. It's got bubbles. It's got a mermaid on the backside, but I'm not doing that one. So I am working on the kitty, the orange and white kitty, and the ribbon right there. And I already redid this one once already. I threw away I tried to frog it, and I'm like, I don't have time for this. Like I said, I have a lot of Aida cloth, so I just went ahead and destroyed that one. I got pissed off, and and so, because I had it turned the wrong way, and it wasn't going to fit, and I'm like, so this time, I make marks on the top to make sure that I have the top. And then I got to looking at this and one time, and I was like, oh no, did I do it again? Because it's all crooked. But no, I did not do it again. The head of the kitten is crooked. So there you go. It looks spotty. It looks gross. I'm not entirely happy with the way it's coming out. I know I still have back stitching to do because I did a little bit on the nose and the eyes and stuff. But the way the head came out is totally different. But anyway, it is what it is. I'm going to continue at some point. So I have 3 Singers and a Freedom, which is just a black machine with the name Freedom on it, or Free, I should say. So if any of you do these, let me know if you've done them, if you've enjoyed them, whatnot. When I first started doing diamond painting, and I still have tons of canvases, and I'm going to slowly start donating them. They've been in the closet for years. I don't want the glue to die, so I'm going to start donating them. If I'd known then what I know now, I would have done small pieces of diamond painting and cross stitching. So yeah, I like this kind of cross stitching instead of this kind of. Then I would have gotten myself the huge canvas and just that would be it for the rest of my life. But you think I did that? No. So, let me start rotating in some new ones because I have nothing else to do, you know. And I know I'm not the only person who has a lot of cross stitching. But I want to get some stuff done. So I will reach under my magic blue box underneath my table. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to start making notes of the ones that I want to start working on. I'm not going to say I'm going to get them done. Dang it, what is wrong? At this time of the year or that time of the year, or make any kind of promises. But I want to start going through more and more of them. If you want to see all my kits that I have when I first started up this channel, you'll see that. Have an idea what I've got. This is a bag of the miniatures Mill Hill kits. When I first bought them, I had no idea that some of these were nothing but beads. These are, okay, I don't think, I think it was a thrift store I got beads. But anyway, like I'm already starting on a spooky gate. And I was going to get it done by Halloween this year. Yeah, no, see, that didn't happen. So I have a whole mess of different ones in here. So I do have it on my wheel. I have a wheel app on my phone. And I'll have it go to a mini or Mill Hill. Or I'll have it whatever name it is. So just to give you an idea, some of the things are mostly, they are mostly Halloween in here and fall. But I don't want to get all these, you know, kits up and out and working on. This one I already tried to do, not this one, but there's one similar to this. And I already have it on my computer to remind me how stupid it was. I have a cat. This is a beaded one. It did not come with the beads. I already tried a beaded one and I ran out of the beads that were provided for me. And I had no more beads. And I've got tons of beads because I do peyote. And I thought maybe I'd have some of these kind of beads. I don't, so you know what? I'm going to give that to donate. I got it at the Goodwill. A lot of these are cute. So yeah, fall and Halloween are my favorites. And it's just depressing looking at all these. And you would think one of these would be a quick stitch. Whatever. These bags. If you don't know what kind of bags they get, they have the security tape in them. I've had these for years. Great zippers. If these zippers ever stick, just use some wax, household wax. Use an iron and melt it down, and it will glide really good. I went on Amazon, and I recently got a whole stash, and it's called Mr. Pen. And they said if you buy X amount, then you get a free gift. So then you get the you get the order in, and they say go over and give us 5 stars, take a picture of your comment, do this, that, and the other, go to our website, blah blah blah, free gift. So I did all that. Then I found a contact, and it was like a month later, and there was no free gift, and there's no free gift. And I said, did you run out of free gifts? What's going on? He goes, no, did you do this? I said, yes, I did. So I gave him the order number, did everything, screenshots, the whole thing. Nothing. Finally went onto his Facebook page, and I said, be advised, this is nothing but a scam. There was no free gift. They don't tell you that they're ran out. They just don't give it to you. They have you run through circles. It's pretty sad. Don't bother. Don't waste your time. And I blocked him. Guess what showed up a week later? Yeah, I got paper clips. But it took like September, October, November, December. No, 3 or 4 months. And they just make you run in circles. So yeah, don't hold your breath on Mr. Pen to give you a free gift. If it doesn't matter to you, fine. But don't sit there and tell people you're going to get a gift if you don't have it available. It's rude. So this one I think I'll start working on this one again. This I got from a thrift store. It's called Southwest Mesa. I'm working on that little white house back there. I may have to cut my video short. There's something tickling my throat. And I did some cactus. I'm pretty proud of this one too. Pretty good, pretty good, pretty good. Pretty good, pretty good, pretty good. So what I'm going to do is put this in my rotation. Get it stuck in the zipper. So Southwest Mesa. Let me put it right there. And I'm gonna make a note of that so I can put it on my app to have it spin. South Mesa. See, everybody forgot what it was. Southwest Mesa, South something Mesa. I have no idea. All right, this one is a Joy Sunday. I've learned and I've seen a lot more people coming up and saying, I didn't realize this was a copyright fraud or a stolen, and they don't want to do it because of that. In my opinion, you just bought it, then you found out. Might as well go through with it. Don't waste that kind of money. This is a Joy Sunday. I had one that was a lighthouse with some starfish and stuff in the front. When I got it done, it looked ugly, and I just threw the whole thing away, so it was all that work for nothing. This one might be coming out better. I have not started on this one yet. I don't even have it kitted up. But I also decided that I'm going to leave the threads on the cardboard things that they have instead of me transferring it. It seems to be a lot easier than me going through that extra time. Very nice stiff fabric. And, yep. Good deal. I usually have a habit of taking the needles out of there. I don't want to do that anymore because I can use them. All I have are very sharp needles. So what is that called? It's called the Autumn House. I started sneezing and doing everything else this morning, and I got to go to work tomorrow after a week, 10 days off. Tell you what. This is a very pretty one, but I might get bored of it really quick. The Blue Porcelain View. Also not started. Once upon a time when I was doing diamond painting, and I got a lot of kits from Diamond Art Club before they moved to their new location. When I went on to, what was that place? AliExpress. I was in a habit of finding copies from their artwork, and I would tell them, you know, here's a copy, here's this, you know, there's really pretty ones and whatnot. I don't know what comes of it. I don't know if they have a team, whatever, but anyway, that's what I just don't like is finding copyright things. So, what's it called? The Blue House. I'll call it the Blue House. Okay, so I have two more. This is a grocery checklist that I just found on Goodwill. So I thought, you know what? Let's do that. I have these already put into a bag, designated bag. This one's really pretty. Aren't they all? The Wolf. By Joy Sunday. Yep. really pretty. Now, next year, 2025, 5 is my lucky number. I was born November 5th. Where I worked, I've had keys with a little chip that's on them, and it was number 302. 3 plus 2 is 5. Social Security has a whole mess of 5s in it. See, my brain's gone. Anyway, I have a lot of things that have 5 in them. You see this tiger back here? That's from Diamond Art Club. Before they moved, probably shortly after they opened up, and you'll never find another one like that again. So, anyway, this is called Old World Map. Oh, I have to write the wolf down. Wolf, and then Old World Map. I like this because of just the different kind of colors all over the place. Hopefully it turns out as well as I think. The words on top probably will not turn out. Obus Terram Nova S, or whatever it translates to. If you guys know what that translates to, I can probably Google it. But anyway, that has not been started, obviously. Alright, so those are going to be my 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that I'm going to go ahead and rotate in. So watch videos in the future to show, you know, when I start them and all that kind of stuff. Like I said, I want to start doing more on this channel. Here's another big one, but not as big as anything else. It's a farm view. Since I have you here, I might as well show you some, right? Make it worthwhile before I have to put that large one back up again. Here's a sailing ship. Joy Sunday. In case you're inspired to do some of these, or if they still have them, I don't know. Here's another one I look forward to. Another counted cross stitch. This is a cat in the sun, I want to say. Yep. Because I have 3 cats myself. And that looks really fun to do, actually. Look at that. It just reminded me of Mufasa in the sun. Now, I'm not that clever to put that as one of my cats. So I just do whatever the pattern calls for. I might get frustrated and it might destroy it, and I don't want to do that. What's in my throat? Here's another one I found at Goodwill. I have not started it. I look forward to starting it. It's Dimensions. Nobody started it. That's going to look really pretty. It's the eagle feather. You know what? I'm going to rotate. I'm going to take this as part of my rotation and take out that blue thing. So not the blue house, but we're going to do the eagle feather. All right, so we have South Mesa, Autumn House, the eagle feather, wolf, and Old World Map as our rotation. Before I lose my voice and my patience, I'm going to end this video. I want to thank you guys for joining me. Comments, questions down below. I want this cross-stitch channel to grow. If you like to stitch with me, let me know. I can most certainly do that. If that's the case, leave me some questions down below to make me start talking about things, because I don't always have things to talk about, and I don't talk about my work because I don't know who is watching, who is related to my work area, so I have to be careful on that. But yeah, just leave me some questions. I can give you a lot of stories of how I grew up in Costa Rica on the beaches, all the jobs that I've had, all the animals I've had. I have snakes and mice, and now I have tarantulas. There's a lot, but I need inspiration for you guys to help me start talking. So, that being said, looks like it's going to start raining anytime, and that's going to inspire me to start. So, thank you for joining me. Comments, questions, leave them down below. Don't forget to smile. Yeah. Subscribe, like, and I don't know if share is one of them. What's the other one? Well, I don't. Bye.